everyone, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. My name is Charlotte. In today's video, I'm going to be doing my makeup. I've already done this makeup look on my channel, so if you're interested, you can watch the whole tutorial on how I did it, what I used to apply it, and that kind of thing. It's just specifically about the makeup look, but in this video, I am just doing my makeup while talking about what to do while your husband or spouse is away and you have kids, how to cope with it, tips, ideas, that kind of thing. So if you're interested, please keep watching. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see other videos of mine, and I would love to have you. Thank you for watching, and here we go. So today I'm just going to talk about what's been going on around here. I haven't been on my YouTube channel as much, like hardly, as I've basically taken a month off, and the reasons being is my husband went away for work for a couple weeks, and I just needed to focus on the kids and do what I needed to do to make sure I wasn't stressed out more than needing usual. I don't know. So I have some tips as far as what I did during that time period. Again, I took a break on my YouTube channel because I just needed that extra time with the kids and not to stress myself out. That is a big priority for me. If I can't do something without getting agitated or upset easily, I just have to do things on my terms, and if I'm not able to do them in the timely manner, then I just don't do it, or I set it aside for a time. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into a couple like tips and tricks as far as how I prioritized my time so I didn't get agitated and or upset a lot. I still did occasionally, but it did go pretty smoothly considering if I were to do an extra workload like making my videos or things like that. Okay, so my first tip is get up before your kids. Get up before your kids. Literally, I had to wake up before my kids at 4 a.m. They go down at 7. My youngest goes down at 7. He is 14 months, and my oldest goes down at 8 p.m. usually, and she is almost 4. So that being said, after they go to bed, I typically stayed up for like a short period of time, but it was in my room on my phone basically, or watching a TV show for just a brief time, or getting in the shower or bath. Typically I would get in the bathtub after my son would go down, so the youngest, he'd go down at 7, and I'd get into the bath after putting a snack in Ava's hands and her TV show or a tablet, because I just needed that time to just be self-care. That's basically all there is to it. The next tip is meal prep. For me, I like to meal prep because I don't mind eating the same things over and over again throughout the week. I'm perfectly fine with that, and it's super easy to do things that way. But I'm even at the point during this time where I don't even want to meal prep. That was my choice. I decided to go to the grocery store and just get freezer items that I could just throw in the microwave or the toaster oven or the oven, whichever. And that's what I decided to do. I chose the more healthy options in the freezer sections, like the organic options and things like that. So it kind of made me feel a little better about it, but still it was tremendously helpful. And even I bought the crappy kinds, like the peanut butter jelly sandwiches and stuff like that that are already pre-made with the white bread. That was a lifesaver, and I continue to buy them till this day. Yes, I need to start cooking more, and I plan to, but back to when he was gone. Next tip is make sure you talk to your husband or spouse while they're away, whether it's through email, text, FaceTime, whatever. Just make sure you're keeping in contact, because sometimes when they're away, you don't want to be a bother. At least once a day, try to check in with one another. That's beneficial to your relationship and help that person feel in the loop as far as what's going on with the kids because I'm sure they're concerned in some ways. During that time, we had some issues with the kids. My daughter was having allergies, so really itchy eyes, and I thought it might turn into pink eye. And then my son had a cyst. He is teething right now, and he had a cyst on his top left, I think, tooth, and it was there for like a week and a half, and I was worried about it. Basically, the cyst looked like this blood vessel under the skin. It just was so purple and looked so sore. So I was worried about it, and I was researching it. My husband researched it while he was away, and I ended up taking him into the dental office voluntarily. They didn't feel like he needed to come in, but I went ahead and was like, I need to know what's going on with my child. So I did that, and he did fuss, get upset, and I was by myself, but I ended up doing it, and in the end it made me feel better about the situation, and it didn't go as bad as I thought it would. You can do things by yourself with your kids and feel like you don't want to, but I encourage you to still do those appointments, still do those things that are trying or may give you I don't want to say anxiety, but just like the things that you don't want to do or normally don't do without your spouse, try to do them anyway, and you'll find out that it's actually therapeutic for you when it doesn't go as bad as what you may think it does or will. So I encourage you to just keep your routine, eliminate the things that aren't necessarily a priority. Just do that. You need to. It's only temporary, and it totally helps you out. That's what I did. The next tip is focus on what needs and must be done. So what I just said, don't focus on the wants as much. You can still do the wants, but just not as much. Next tip, before John left, I found out that I was going to have to pay bills that I usually don't have to take care of, and he does, so I was a little anxious about that too. I decided to do it while having the sitter over, which worked out good, but I was able to do it because I knew I had to do it, and it helped me to boost my morale because I was able to do it. You know, it just, you do the things that are necessary after doing it, even if you don't want to. You feel better about it. Like, you just feel better about yourself. You feel like you've accomplished something that day and helping your spouse out. I really enjoyed being able to do those things, but it's not something that I have to do always. You have to keep that in the back of your mind. He is coming back. She is coming back, that kind of thing. We actually had a tire on my car that was losing air slowly, so I had to think about that too. Mark down what I needed in the air, in the tire, you know. John just takes care of these things. I just had to step up and do it at this time. Oh, have a planner. Write down what you need to do. Write down the activities that you might want to do with your kids. It just helps you keep a clear mind and understand what's going on around you, what's planned. For me, that really helps me. So I'm not all in a tizzy trying to think, oh, do I have to do this today? Or could we do this today to get the kids out of the house? Just plan ahead, and it's so mentally relieving of the stress of thinking I'm forgetting something. Seek out outings that take your children's energy out. Go to the park. If there's an indoor park, go to the outdoor park, whatever. Museums. We went to the aquarium while he was gone with a friend, and we had a blast. We enjoyed it, and I definitely encourage you to still go out and do things. Don't stay cooped up in the house. The kids will just complain and whine because they're bored. That makes you irritated, and I don't know. I just don't think it's wise to just stay at home. Put yourself out there, do the uncomfortable things. If they throw a fit, they throw a fit and you have to go or take a time out, whatever. My next tip is get a steady sitter, so a babysitter. Do something about the help. It is okay to get help if you need it. Like, you can do that. It is okay. Like, sorry, I'm doing my brows right now and it's consuming. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Got the brows on. Back to the babysitter. If you have the possibility of being able to afford a babysitter at least twice a week or however often you think you may need, I suggest doing it. And if you can get someone that you really enjoy for your kids and that they work really well with your children, highly, highly recommend it. It is okay to have help. I knew for a while, I was just like, man, I don't want to ask for help because I should be able to do this all myself. Why can I not do this all myself? I don't understand why I'm getting so frustrated. For me, I eventually broke down and I was just like, I have to. I just have to. So I researched, I looked into things, I tried my best to pick someone that was the best match. We went through 2 that didn't work out, and it was really difficult on me. I was very disappointed, discouraged because they didn't work out. But then the next one that came along, she's gold. We want to keep her for sure. Like, she's great. It may take a while or it may not, but I highly recommend getting help, whether that's grandma, family, whatever. Right now, we don't have any family around us, so that was our only option besides a daycare, full-time daycare. And I didn't want that. I just wanted some help. 2 days a week, or 2 to 3 days I should say, for about 4 hours each increment. So that was huge, and it still is. I still use her, and during the time he was gone, I actually had her come an extra day for a little less time. But so that's the finished look I have there. Again, everything will be linked down below, but I think that's most of the tips. I have one more I think here. The steady sitter, yeah, just ask for an extra day. If you already have a sitter, just say, hey, do you mind just doing an extra day this week or next week, whatever. More than likely, that person will be okay with that. If not, you'll have to plunge through it or just look into someone else coming into your home besides that sitter that's normally there. It's a lot of work, it takes effort, but it's worth it. And last thing I'm going to talk about is me time. Me time. You need to have that me time. So my me time was the bath. I went into the bath after my son went down. It'll help you in the long run, believe me. I have started the gym. I've started going to the gym recently. I think it's been like 2 months now since I started. And I love going to yoga classes. It's just something about the atmosphere of having the teacher, having the others around me. My husband tells me that I can do it at home, but I'm just not as motivated when I don't have those people next to me, having the conversations with the other people, just the encouragement of seeing other people doing it, doing the same thing that you're doing. Do it. Go. I did that. I went during the sitter was here. Like while the sitter was here, I always go. It's like the first thing. As soon as she gets there, I'm like, I'm out. Like, see ya. And I'll be back. I know they're in good hands, and that's what I did. And still do. Outing with a friend, yeah, do that. If you have close friends or someone that is an acquaintance around you that you may want to get to know better, consider getting together, talk, or just go out and be by yourself. Go to the mall. I did that. I went to the mall by myself and went ahead and bought a shirt or 2, and that's what I did by myself. Like, I needed that. So I highly encourage you to do that, or just go window shopping. It doesn't matter. Like, just get out of the house, get your mind off of your kids, that kind of thing. We love them dearly. Yes, I do. But I need my time alone. Yeah. Oh, you can work on your hobbies. Like, I could have worked on my YouTube if I made it a priority, but I did not because I didn't want to stress myself out about it. I am that type of person where if I start an activity, I like to end it or complete it. I don't like to stop in increments. So I am working on that right now. Like today, my daughter is awake. My son is in his bed napping. It's early in the morning. She is in her room. Here and there, she'll come tapping on the door. I don't know if you guys have heard that, but she's perfectly fine. I know she is. She's fed. She's got entertainment. She's just needy sometimes. But I just want to film. I want to do this. I have the time because he is sleeping and she's in a safe environment. I'm going to do it. And it's only going to take me, what, 15, 20 minutes? She'll be fine. Like, you just gotta plunge through. You gotta do what you gotta do to help yourself cope. And that's what I'm doing. So that's all the tips I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, I'd love to have you. Comment down below if you have any questions for me. If you want to follow me on my social media, I'm on Charcharga on Instagram and Charchar100 on Snapchat. I'd love to have you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.